Hey guys, so I feel like I've started the last like 3 videos in the exact same way, but I'm still ill, but hopefully not ill enough anymore to the point where I'm irritating to listen to, and I'm hoping you guys will be, you know, more inclined to listen to me throughout this whole video. Anyway, Twitter, Instagram, follow me on there, subscribe, turn on the post notifications because those are apparently very helpful nowadays. What else is there? Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. And if you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. So let's start with the mini tease. Kemstar Cosmetics. Didn't think I'd speak about it more than once, but here we are. Kemstar Cosmetics allegedly is just not being shipped out. Like, people ordered it, people are not receiving it. A drama channel tweeted out saying, "At Kemstar cares to issue a statement as to why your customers haven't even received shipping notifications for their palettes." And that was in response to another person tweeting out saying, "I haven't seen anyone post actual in-hand palettes yet, and I also ordered just to find out the tea. Mine also still hasn't shipped, and no response from customer service after a week at Kem Cosmetics." Clearly, this was supposed to be a joke. This was from the get-go not serious, obviously. Like, we didn't expect it to be a serious brand that we were going to take seriously. It was supposed to be a meme. It was supposed to be to poke fun at the drama and beauty community and the fact that the beauty community just can't get anything right. It was to poke fun at launches, mainly Jaclyn Hill, and literally everyone and anyone right now that is releasing makeup palettes and makeup collections in general. And I get that, but you don't do that at the expense of other people's budgets, because you just don't. I feel like you can do your little social experiment meme thing for free. You know, just send out palettes and that'll be cool, but the moment you start charging for your little joke, your little meme, you know, not everyone is big Mr. Drama Alert, I make 50k a month, you know, like not everyone has that kind of budget. So it'll be nice for you to consider the fact that to one person $30 might be 3 to 4 hours worth of actual labor, and for you that might just be pocket change. And like, there is a slight difference between that, and I just wish YouTubers kind of realized that there is a difference to people when it comes to budgets. I feel like the moment people blow up and become rich, it's almost just like they don't understand, or they just forget what it was like to be normal, because they were all normal at one point in time. And I don't, there's this weird wave of YouTubers just forgetting what it's like to be normal and expecting everyone else to consider like £100 to just be pocket change. It's not. To most people, it is probably a day's worth of work, like hard work, and I'm gonna need you guys to realize that. I feel like my brain is just not working today. I'm like trying to get ideas out there, but my brain just does a little block. Anyway, I wish Kemstar took things more seriously than he does, but what can we expect from a boomer like him? Nothing. We can't expect anything from him. He can barely like get names right. I bet he does that on purpose, you know, he just doesn't pronounce names properly. I bet he does it to just like trigger people. Kemstar is it's a character, you know, he's really a character, and I'm not gonna get into it because he's problematic. Anyway, Jake Paul and Tana Mojo. If you guys have not been caught up, Tana Mojo had a digital MTV show, and it was on their YouTube channel, and Tana Mojo was just there to kind of show her life. It was mainly supposed to be Tana Mojo and her friends just doing Tana Mojo and her friends stuff. It turned into Tana Mojo being in a semi-toxic relationship with Jake Paul and her friends just not accepting it. Anyway, that's the backstory. What's the news story? Tana Mojo and Jake Paul were supposed to have a new MTV show, but instead of it being digital, it was supposed to be an actual TV by MTV. And Jake Paul was actually supposed to be the main host, and Tana Mojo was just supposed to be kind of the co-host along with a few other people. Anyway, they're filming the pilot, and while they're filming the pilot, they promote the show on their official Instagrams. Soon after, the Instagram pictures get taken down, and a source tells another drama channel called Spill Sesh that they didn't vibe with Tana Mojo, and they didn't like working with her. They didn't want to continue working with her, and that the show was for now cancelled unless it was just going to be Jake Paul doing the show on his own. And that was kind of the tea. The promotional posts have not been put up again, so like that kind of just seems like the most likely story. Now, an article came out on a website called Dexerto, and it's called "Has Jake Paul and Tana Mojo's new MTV show been cancelled?" So it says, Paul addressed these claims during an upcoming episode of Adam 22's No Jumper podcast, from which he uploaded a few teasers to his Instagram story. One of these clips shows Adam asking Jake about the rumors concerning the show, which the Team 10 founder promptly denied. So he says, "Where do I start with that conversation? Why do people still trust Kemstar as a news source? I don't get it. It's not true at all." And that's not all. Paul went on to defend his wife, claiming that the film crew had an excellent experience filming the show's pilot episode. in spite of speculation that Mojo was too difficult to work with. It then goes on to say, in fact, the people on set were like, this is the best pilot we've ever filmed in our whole entire lives. He continued, they were just rambling on about how amazing everyone on the show is. And that's kind of the main parts of the article. So what I'm gathering from that is that like Tana, Mojo and Jade Paul are these amazing hosts and this is the best thing they've ever filmed. But like, why did the promotional pictures get taken down and why is that not being addressed fully? Do I think Tana Mojo is probably very difficult to work with? Absolutely. Isn't she like known for being just always late to everything by not just 30 minutes? Like, I'm late to everything. I can admit that my time management skills are nowhere to be found. They're nowhere to be seen. But I might be late by maybe max half an hour and I will let you know every 2 minutes with an update. Tana Mojo will be late by 5 hours and go, oh my god, am I late? And like, there is a slight difference there. So I can kind of, from hearing horror stories about working with Tana Mojo, understand how it might be quite difficult to work with Tana Mojo. But clearly he's saying that's not true. I think it's true. I think Tana Mojo is probably very difficult to work with on set. I feel like a digital show and an actual set on TV is a very different experience. But you know, we'll see more come out, hopefully. Next tea. Zoella and Alfie Deyes. Welcome back to the channel, boys and girls. We have missed you oh so dearly. They filmed a Q&A and I'm so angry at myself because I watched it and I was going to download it onto my laptop and it has now been deleted. So we have just this like it's quality video anyway. I'm so angry. I'm such a bad drama channel. I should be like on it, have just like a huge hard drive of just like tea and gossip and receipts, and I just don't. I delete everything because I hate hoarding stuff. Anyway, Zoella and Alfie Deyes did a Q&A on Alfie Deyes' vlog channel. It starts off just being like a quick 2-minute clip of him just like vlogging, and it goes into a therapy style Q&A, and it's, I'm guessing, supposed to be kind of like you know, they go into their relationship and how they approach different situations, arguments, so on and so forth. So like a very much like a therapy style Q&A, which is quite significant when we get into why this is a problem, because I feel like it's such an inconsiderate, I don't know, I feel like they could have done this in any other video, but the fact that they did it in a therapy style Q&A, a Q&A about therapy, like well to do with therapy, and they did it in that. Anyway, I'm gonna get into it because I'm getting heated. So in literally minute like 1 and 40 seconds, Alfie Deyes like does something and Zoella's, why do I keep referring to her as Zoella? She's not Zoella anymore. Zoe is like lying down on the floor going, help, help, you're hurting me, help. That's pretty much what she sounds like in my head. I like how recently I filmed a video where I said Zoe has been filming vlogs, and I didn't realise that she's been like uploading regularly on her second channel, and it's just the main channel that she's abandoned. I thought she abandoned both. And I watched a solid 3 vlogs from her, and the parts without Alfie Deyes I thoroughly enjoyed. Yes, I watched them on 2x speed, but that's because I watch everything on 2x speed, because my brain gets bored, okay? It gets bored very quickly and it needs just quick information to get me going. And I watched it on 2x speed and I felt this weird nostalgia, because I actually used to be a fan of Zoe. I used to watch all of her videos, her main channel videos, her second channel videos. I used to like, you know, obsess or whatever I did when I was 12. Fangirl. Yeah, so I watched these videos, these vlogs, and I felt this weird sense of nostalgia, this weird sense of like, this feels like home. This feels like I know this. I know what this is and I feel safe right now. And I like to feel that when I watch a video. Then I didn't watch any more vlogs. I don't know why. I feel like, I don't know. I kind of moved away. I was like, maybe another time. But I felt good, okay? I felt good feelings and good energy when I watched those vlogs. And I mentioned that in a video. I said, Zoe Sugg is filming vlogs again and they feel good and they feel like old school Zoella, and they feel like everything that that brand stood for, right? Everything that Zoella meant was still in those vlogs, and I felt so passionately about that. And I even said, I still hate Alfie Deyes. I hate what he stands for, and I feel like he doesn't learn, he just gets worse. Whereas with Zoe, I felt like she has reached a point of like, criticism has got into her in the best way possible, and she went back to her roots, and she's just up in this video crazily, like in crazy ways. So I'm gonna get into it. So as I said, she's doing this whole like help whatever, like yeah, you can be like play fighting and I'll be okay with that, But then Alfie's like, oh, you always do this. And then it starts getting strange because Zoe goes, yeah, I love screaming help when you're not doing anything. And then, you know, you think that's a little strange. Like, you know, to say, oh, I enjoy doing this. Like, I enjoy, like, I've don't get me wrong, right? I did play fighting before. Like, I don't know, my mom would like say something and I'd be like, don't shout at me, don't beat me up, no. Because it's like, you know, it's called being dramatic. It's like, you know, exaggeration and stuff. But I wouldn't say this is like my favorite hobby. Like, I wouldn't be like, oh, I just enjoy making you look like you love to beat me up. But then Alfie Deyes goes and says, yeah, sometimes like we'll be chilling in the bedroom and our windows will be open because it's like hot. And she'll just start like out of nowhere screaming, help, don't beat me up, Alfie, help, help. Am I the only one that just thinks this is really strange? Like, imagine that. Imagine that. Like, you're like, whoa, shut the up. Like, I don't need this right now. The police are gonna, it's gonna be called, okay? Like, I'm gonna be put in handcuffs and jailed. Shut up. But like, if you go slightly deeper than that, one, if anyone hears that and has any form of like common sense or logic, they're gonna call the police. Because if I walk next to a house and I'm starting to hear, help, help, you're beating me up, can somebody help me? I'm going to call the damn police. Do you know why? Because I've been doing law ever since I was 16 and I've seen enough cases from like domestic abuse, and I'm not about to contribute to that. But two, don't you think this is slightly insensitive to people that go through this every single day of their lives? Just an idea, food for thought. Don't you think it's slightly insensitive with the amount of people that die yearly from domestic abuse? Almost 1 in 3 women aged 16 to 59 will experience domestic abuse in her lifetime. 2 women a week are killed by a current or former partner in England and Wales alone. 2 a week. 2 women a week are dead because some man decided it was up to him to be a little. In the year ending March 2019, 1.6 million women experienced domestic abuse in England and Wales. Now, when you look at it that way, right, like surface level, this is just annoying. But deeper than that, it's highly, highly insensitive. And the fact that I mentioned this was a therapy style Q&A is that, you know, these women have to go through, if they actually survive, have to go through huge amounts of therapy to get through that and get to the point where they can trust. Well, obviously this happens to men as well. I never want to just make it look like this is a woman issue. It's not, it's a people issue. So these people will go through huge amounts of therapy to get to the point where they can trust someone again. And the fact that they're playing this like it's a game, like it's a funny haha game. I just don't. I've gotten so many DMs about this story and I was like, this is just gross. This is gross. Gross is the one way I can describe this one. Alfie Deyes actually apologized. He tweeted out saying that he took the video down, he realized how insensitive it was, and he apologizes, which I can appreciate. Taking the video down, apologizing. It's just this shouldn't have happened in the first place, and the fact that this is some kind of a game they play when no one's around and the cameras aren't on, like that wasn't accounted for. He just said, oh, you know, we shouldn't have put this in a video, like we took the video down. But the fact that they still do this just in their free time and think it's okay. Next, Trisha Paytas. Trisha Paytas has a Patreon where you can pay anywhere from, I believe, $1 all the way to $1,000 a month. If you're paying $1,000 a month for a Patreon, I'm gonna need you to reevaluate your whole life and come back to me, because wow, they range from kind of just getting like exclusive stuff to getting more explicit exclusive stuff, and it's like, why would you pay for that? Because Trisha Paytas posts these things on her Twitter. Like, if you want to see some boob, you can just go on her Twitter account and you'll see the same thing that you're paying $500 for anyway. At $500, you will also get an Instagram story shout out for any of your social media platforms that you so choose to want a shout out for. And a drama channel called Hot Tea, who actually claims to be a huge fan of Trisha Paytas, there was no like hot tea there, paid the $500 to get an Instagram shout out of her YouTube channel. And so she, you know, pays the $500 and she doesn't hear back from Trisha Paytas, and she waits. And the fact is that once the next month rolls around, she's going to get automatically charged another $500. But she doesn't want to cancel it, because if she cancels it, then she won't get the first shout out that she was supposed to get. She doesn't get a response. She makes another video where she says, like, I haven't had a response. I think I'm not going to get a shout out. So I think I just wasted $500. And then Trisha Paytas' sister messages her and says, oh, you know, This is all on me. I didn't see this request. I'm so sorry. This is not Trisha Paytas' fault. I will refund you the $500 straight away. And they left it off on what looked like a good note. And then Hot Tea wakes up to a copyright strike, not a copyright claim. And I'll tell you the difference. A copyright claim can be quite easily fixed in most cases. You'll get a copyright claim for a certain clip or song in your video, and a lot of the time you'll have the opportunity to trim that out of your clip, which is what I had to do recently. I'll get into it. And you can trim that bit out and then you're still gonna get all the money from that video. Or you can dispute it and so on and so forth. A copyright strike, on the other hand, it stays on your channel for, I believe, 3 months. A copyright strike means your video is taken down. You're gonna have a strike on your channel, 3 strikes altogether on your channel, and your channel gets terminated. So she gets this one strike and she's like, okay, sure. She then gets another strike and she says, you know, if I get one more strike within the next 3 months, my channel is going to get terminated. And lo and behold, Trisha Paytas strikes another video. That doesn't even exist, because at that point, she realized what Trisha was doing and she started trimming out parts of Trisha from videos. She deleted all Trisha videos, she put them all on private, and she still got a strike. So I'm not sure how that works, YouTube, but she did. And she's not allowed to post on her YouTube channel anymore. And if this doesn't get resolved, she is going to have her channel terminated, which is awful. And I think Trisha Paytas deserves to have some consequences for this, because the fact that she falsely striked videos that were fair use is just it's the absolute worst. I remember I posted this Danny Con video, like Danny Con is scared of her mum or something along those lines, and that got claimed because in the 21 minutes and 30 seconds of that video, I posted a 9-second long, I believe, Instagram story or Instagram live, and that's why they claimed that they could have all the money from that video. And I said, absolutely not, Jen. And I trimmed that 9 seconds out. So now that 9 seconds isn't there anymore, but I get to keep all my coin and Jen doesn't get paid. So that is that on Trisha Paytas. Gabi Hanna tweets out these motivational messages that no one asked for. My check engine light was on for weeks and just randomly went away. So the moral is, kids, if you ignore your problems long enough, they will disappear. Gabi Hanna was recently involved in a lot of drama. First of all, Trisha Paytas for getting involved in relationships she didn't need to get involved in. And then in just being manipulative. She manipulated her young fans. It came out that she also was just a bad friend. She defended... I'm not even going to get into it. I posted so many videos on Gabi Hanna and I'm just refusing to get into it again because it's just so sad. But she's just an awful person. And if you want to look into it, you can. I've posted videos on it before. I'm just not going to get into it again because it's quite a sensitive topic. But the problems were not light. And she didn't apologise for any of it. That's the problem. She didn't apologize for any of this to this day. And this tweet just confirms that she believes if you just don't address it, it will go away. And the fact that she hasn't apologized to anyone just proves that. Everyone just let her go. She hasn't been held accountable. She was cancelled for like maybe a week and now everything's back to normal because no one can actually stick to cancelling someone. Like if you're going to cancel someone, do it, you know? Don't just be angry for a week and then go, oh, okay, well, I'm done now. Because this is what happens. Gabi Hanna thinks she can just get away with everything. And also that tweet was copied, so that's really original. But yeah, I'm just so disgusted by Gabi Hanna just in general. I recently spoke about the fact that Olivia Jade came back to YouTube. She uploaded a quick, about like 2-3 minute long video just saying that she can't actually speak on what's happening with her parents right now. If you don't know, her and her parents were the few people involved in the huge college admission scandal to do with USC, and Olivia Jade was, along with her sister, admitted to USC for being on a rowing team that she was never a part of. Her parents are, I believe, being accused of bribery and money laundering. I believe those are the 2 charges that they have been faced with, which means that they are very likely going to end up in jail. Another person that was involved in the college scandal has just done, I believe, 2 weeks in jail, but she, from the get-go, was apologetic and said that she regretted it, and she actually withdrew the money before her daughter could be admitted to the college because she felt so bad, and then she got caught. So she only received 2 weeks. They went along with it all throughout. Olivia Jade was actually in college already and then the scandal came out. So they really went all in, and at the start they were the only couple out of all the parents to not plead guilty, which just furthered the fact that they didn't think they did anything wrong, or thought they could get away with it. So people think they're going to get a much longer sentence than everyone else is going to get. And she obviously posted an update video just saying, hey, I'm back to YouTube, but I can't really speak on this whole situation. At the time of posting the video, I remember it had a pretty good like to dislike ratio, and then obviously a lot more people came in and the like to dislike ratio kind of did a thing. I feel like this is not just internet drama. I feel like everyone kind of expects her to talk more about it, but this is an actual legal case, and talking about it to millions of fans is going to hugely impact the result of that case. So this isn't just like tea, she can't just talk about it. And she uploaded this everyday makeup routine, and everyone said that she looked a lot skinnier than she usually does. She's usually got this like roundish baby face, like she looks very young, youthful, if you will, and now you can see kind of like the hollows of her cheekbones, I guess. People are saying she looks like she's lost a lot of weight since she last uploaded a video, and you know, it kind of makes sense. I feel like she's probably under a lot of stress right now, and stress does crazy things to you physically. Like if you've been following me on Twitter, you know I have bald patches in my hair now because I've been so stressed lately, so that's really cool. And obviously she's been under a lot more stress than me because like my parents are not going to jail for bribing someone and money laundering, I hope. And yeah, so she's clearly under a lot of stress, and you can probably see that physically rather than just mentally. And I feel kind of bad at this point. I feel like she's endured enough hate that we can just let it go, and just let her, you know, move on. Because I feel like usually with tea, I'm like, you know, hold people accountable, but this is such a different situation that I don't think a 22-year-old needs to be dealing with right now. Just that and hate on top of that. I'm just not okay with it. Anyway, Brand Mondo is a hairstylist here on YouTube, and he recently was going to release a hairstyling line called X Mondo Hair, and he claimed it was vegan and cruelty free. Turns out there were ingredients found in there that made it not vegan, and he kind of got at people, whatever, it was a thing. It wasn't just like he claimed it was vegan and then before releasing it people looked into the ingredients and it wasn't, and he could like withdraw the statement and sell it as a non-vegan product. He already started selling it, and then people realized it wasn't vegan. So people had already spent money and used a product that they believed to be vegan when it wasn't, and that's kind of more of the issue. Also, he put the cruelty free, you know, the Leaping Bunny logo on there, and someone contacted Leaping Bunny and asked if this was confirmed by them, and they said it wasn't. And Leaping Bunny says that a lot of people do this and they try to fix it and, you know, get it right, but they can't find everyone essentially that does this. And yeah, that's kind of the tea. I feel like people really try to capitalize on this whole clean beauty, cruelty-free thing because everyone wants it now, and everyone and I just feel like if you can't do it, don't do it. If I buy a cruelty-free product, it's because I want it to be cruelty-free. I don't want you to just claim that it is for the sake of claiming that it is. It's as if you go to a restaurant, like I'm vegetarian, and if I go to a restaurant and it says this meal is vegetarian and I buy it and I go to eat it and it's not vegetarian, I'm going to be quite off, you know, because I was given certain expectations and they weren't met. And yeah, I just think gross. Like, how can you call this an oversight? It's not an oversight. You should have planned ahead. Like, why are influencers launching products when they can't do it properly, you know? Next, Billie Eilish turned 18, which big move in her life, and I wish men weren't involved in it. There's been so many tweets with so many likes of people posting that picture of Billie Eilish in a tank top or in a bikini, because now she's turned 18 and there's so many weird men liking it, and shame on you. I hate men. I hate men so much. Just as a breed, I don't hate all men before some man comes into my comment section and goes, but not all men are like, yes, well, okay. If you're not like that, then this clearly doesn't apply to you. Oh my god. She just turned 18, give her a break, you know? But there was also a fake screenshot going around of Drake. So Drake apparently, allegedly, commented under Billie Eilish's post saying like, I've been waiting for this or something like that, and that is fake. Before anyone thinks it's real, I've received DMs of people saying, you know, like, this is disgusting, talk about it, but it's fake. I checked it, it's fake. Drake's still creepy, gives me weird vibes. I'm not here for it, but he didn't do anything wrong. But all the other men that have been just sexualizing this 18-year-old, shame on you. You're grim. Other than that is the video for today. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below anything to comment down below, and subscribe to post videos every other day unless there's a delay, and to deal with that you can turn on post notifications and then you'll know when that's happening. Follow me on my socials down in the description down below, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.